Hey guys, so we are back, and today we also have Harry Leon with us. Harry, how are you?
Hey.
Hi, and we also have obviously Chelsea, James, and Nico.
Hey.
Alright,
Hey
so,
guys.
alright, so today we are going to talk about the game against Aston Villa. So, Nico, what are your thoughts on the game?
Um, you see, I think there's a lot of things to take away from it. The first thing is that our clinicalness in the first half and our creativity going forward, shocking. The amount of possession we had, I can't remember the statistic, but we had the ball in their third for years. We just couldn't do anything with it. We had to flake a chance every now and then with Mason's left foot shot outside of the box or Kovacic's volley from outside of the box in the corner, but nothing really that was promising. So I was a little bit disappointed in that, but for the boys to come back in the second half, I thought it was brilliant. Fantastic.
Harry, you?
Um, well, I'm gonna be honest. That 60th to 63rd minute really saved you guys. It wasn't looking great. It was not looking great at all. But it's gonna you we just gotta you guys gotta work on your clinicalness more. Because apart there wasn't much to take away from that game.
James?
Well, obviously, there's definitely work-ons. Like the first half was a bit dire, but it's a win's a win. You know what I mean? Like definitely work-ons.
Yeah, but I mean, we have to keep in mind about the goal that we did concede. So, one thing, I'm just going to share something. So, if you look at this, right? This is after the first shot was taken away. Now, where are Rudiger and Christensen? Their two men are left wide open for to grab any loose balls. Christensen is basically just standing there. They need to be in
Yeah.
front of their man. So I think this is yeah, sorry.
There's not a single defender goal side.
Yeah,
One of
exactly
the
my point.
one of the most golden rules for a centre back, and none of them can do anything. Like I think it's ridiculous.
That's where maybe the left back signing might come in handy.
Yeah, no, but the
I
thing
mean,
is though, but like this season, I feel like Kepa's gotten a lot of stick for the amount of goals we have conceded. While there have been some games where he has been abysmal, not going to deny that, but there are some games where he's been absolutely superb. For example, in the games
He
against Liverpool.
had a fantastic save on the first shot, and what can he do in the second? Like he's not a superhuman. After all, he is only human, right?
Yes,
So
that's true.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly. I feel that a lot of the blame should be placed on our centre backs
yeah,
instead on Kepa. I
I
think
agree.
that's one thing. Yeah. Secondly, now if you do look, and now obviously let's talk about the impact Pulisic had on the game. He came on, and within the first 5 minutes since he was on, we did score. What are your thoughts on that?
I think Harry was talking to me before about it. His thoughts on Pulisic. Can you?
Uh, I don't rate him at all. I think he's a shocking player. And I also save him for another video. But I think more needs to be done to replace him.
Do you replace
Wow,
Pulisic?
Yep, to
uh,
replace
Haas.
Pulisic. I
actually
don't.
thinks.
Facts. Am I
There are
right?
some strong views from Haas there. I
Yeah.
mean, there's definitely some there's
I think
definitely some
Overhyped.
sense in his words, but like I feel as though he came on, he did a job.
I think Harry was telling me that he doesn't know how to handle the physicality of the Premier League.
It's not his
Um,
league. I don't
But
think.
I disagree with him. I think his ability to dribble, his movement, it, it makes it almost redundant the fact that he's not such a physical player. But anyways, he's got the speed and the creativity to be a promising player. I think. But I understand where Spaz are coming.
Do you guys think he's done enough to warrant the starting spot in the game against Manchester City?
Absolutely. What?
All right.
How could he
Yeah.
not? Like, how could he not?
Actually, after the goal, yeah, for sure.
After I mean he's the form striker, right? So it's only right to reward him and start him next game.
We also do need to keep in mind the style of play that Man City play. So, for example, in the game against Aston Villa, a team that we expected to be sitting back and keeping a defensive block, right? You can't have a player like Tammy who likes to make runs behind. That's the reason he picked Giroud. Same with Pulisic. Pulisic is the kind of player who likes to make runs behind. But now coming up against a team like Manchester City who plays a very high line, do you think Pulisic will be more effective, considering he can make those runs behind?
Yeah, I think so, but I'm not gonna be honest. I'm not gonna be honest.
You're not going to be honest.
No, sorry, did I say that? I said I'm going to be honest. I think for our game against Man City, really the front line, of course it matters, but we got to focus on defense in that game. And against the top six, we need to show how we can craft the back four and become a solid block and a unit. So against that game, I'm really just praying for a clean sheet. And if we don't score anything, I really don't mind. I think that's a good enough result for us against Man City. Obviously, I'd love to win 1-0, 2-0. But I can see Pulisic starting just because of that. Frank, I know Frank loves to reward his players, and because we know Ruben had a good game against Reading in the preseason, and now Frank rewarded him with that start. Although I'm not sure if Ruben played. I'm not going to lie, he played shocking.
But you do have to give him time. He hasn't played a proper game in over a year.
He didn't get much of the ball, in all fairness, but when he did, nothing with it, is what I think. So I'd love to see if he'd actually start again against Man City, but I do think Pulisic will start.
Yeah, Nico's made some great points there. It'd be very interesting to see if he starts against Man City. Definitely think he deserves it, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys did point out that there has to be an emphasis on our defense. Now, coming up against a team like Manchester City, and obviously Azpilicueta, our captain, had an absolutely splendid game against Villa, grabbing 2 assists.
I disagree. It wasn't splendid. It was absolutely fantastic.
All right, yeah, but obviously Azpilicueta playing at right back does stop Reece James from coming into the lineup. Now, do you think Alonso did enough for him to keep his spot, or do you think Azpilicueta could be shifted to the left side in order to create space for Reece James to enter the squad?
Again, Harry's talking to me about this. He thinks Reece is very promising because he said his ability to attack and.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry, guys.
I've lost my train of thought.
You were speaking to Harry about this, who thinks he's very promising. He's very good when it comes to attacking.
So of course we need that defensive stability, and Reece can give us that. But Azpilicueta is on a 1v1 defensive basis is one of the best in the league in my opinion. So I think it would be plausible to put him left back and then have the creative attacking option on right back with Reece James. And Spaz was talking to me of how he just loves the whip and the beautiful ball that he can cross in.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think I disagree with Harry. Said he could be the next Trent. I disagree. I don't think he'll be.
I think he'd be better
than Trent. Yeah, I disagree, but still, fantastic guy.
Yeah, against Man City.
Yep.
Against Man City, the season is not. The end is in sight. That's just. I feel as though you just need to get a decent performance, not even result, just performance, and just like if they can stay Champions League. And then build for next season. That's what I think. Because you're not hoping for results this season. It's basically over.
I think it was good. It was good that Man United drew to Tottenham. We needed that kind of result, a loss or a draw. So I'm feeling confident about our Champions League spot, and we do have more room to play with the lineup before the end of the season.
All right. Just one last thing about this game. Now you guys did mention that Frank likes to reward his players. And that's the reason he gave Ruben a chance to play, because he bagged the brace in the game against Reading.
Mm-hmm.
Now the thing is, so did Gilmore. Why didn't he get a chance to play?
Yeah,
I think he's getting ready for the loan. Frank's getting ready for the loan deals. That's my pick.
Physics.
Yeah.
I think Frank's getting him ready for a loan deal for next season. I don't think there's a place for him in that next season squad. I think there should be. I think he's much better than Hakimi Ziyech, but
Wow.
Wow.
much better.
Those are big claims right there. He's better than Hakim.
Maybe we need to get some emails into Frank.
I
know what I mean.
I'd be happy to take this up with Frank, but I think that Hakimi Ziyech, he's hit his point. Gilmore, I think that maybe Gilmore's there, but Gilmore's there. I think that just give him that season in the starting squad at Chelsea, he's skyrocketing. I think I see a bright future ahead. David Silva vibes, prime David Silva vibes is what I see.
Damn.
Do you guys think he can displace Jorginho next season?
Well,
yes.
If he after his loan, I think he's almost certainly going to go on loan.
I don't know. I just don't feel like Jorginho will fit the plans of what Frank is going for. Because if we're looking at the latest signings of Frank, pace, power, creativity, and Jorginho, he's creative, but he's just a calm player, composed in the center of the park.
He's slow,
and I just don't know if he wants that. I think he's already got a fantastic dribbler in Kovacic, and now with Ziyech. So I think it's pronounced Ziyech. I think it's the correct pronunciation. I'm not sure. We can give it some research.
Yeah.
But I don't think there'll be a place for Jorginho, in my opinion.
All right, guys.
But
That's it for. Sorry, please finish up.
I apologize. Continue.
No, I was just concluding this video. But if you have anything to say,
Okay.
just. All right.
No, I think Jamie.
Jam.
I just wanted to say, I'm looking forward to the next game, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Man City's gonna be a good game.
Put the back, you know what I mean?
Business Sunday never felt better.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly, man.
No, I think Hayram saying.
Perfect. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.
Nothing I want to say. Anything.
All right, guys. Do check out our next video as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.